co-host of Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. Today we have Anthony Toma, a co-host as well. And we have Omar Calabat with Vintage Luxury Rentals.
That's right.
So, yeah, just let's get started, and we'd love to hear how you got into this business.
Yeah, so this was an idea I thought of when I was in college at Wayne State, like years ago. And I would always tell my friends about it, like, because I always loved classic cars. And I always thought of, like, how can I turn my passion into a business? And it was kind of like a dreamers and doers kind of situation. At that time, I was just a dreamer. I'll tell everybody about the idea, but I would never pull the trigger on it. And I would always pull up cars online, show them to my friends and family. Should I buy this? Should I buy this? But, like, I just never did. You know, I'm in college, and you're trying to get jobs and internships. Wayne State.
Okay.
I graduated with my business degree in 2018.
All right.
So then, I had an internship at, I was at Rocket Mortgage. I interned with them, thought about the mortgage industry, went into the recruiting industry for a little bit, and then went back to Rocket Mortgage. Then when COVID hit, and then everyone's just sitting in their house, everything's locked down, and
Yeah.
I had a cool job with them, and I just said, like, I don't want to sit in my room 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a cool job, it's nice, but I'm kind of losing my mind here. And then when you're sitting at home all day, the ideas really start running through your head, and then I really started taking it more serious. I went online. There's a website called bringatrailer.com. They sell, like, exotic and classic cars, and this beautiful Rolls Royce popped up.
Whoa.
This all white 65 Phantom.
Look like
and
That one?
This is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one. This is the first car that I
Nice.
got. And
Why does the license plate say junk? 403?
yeah, so that's the plate from England. Because England, you have to have a front
Yeah,
plate.
right.
So yeah, the back has a plate that says 65 rolls.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that. It wasn't taken.
65 rolls.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's because there aren't many 65
I know.
rolls.
That's how rare the car is. That I was able to get that plate.
Yeah.
It's not like 57 Chevy.
Yeah.
You're not getting that. You know.
Right.
So this car popped up, and the auction gives you 7 days to bid. Gives everyone a fair chance. Send an inspector. Do your research on the car. There's a comment section that you can ask questions and stuff. And
And you're already well versed in this stuff, right?
Yeah.
You've already done, like,
Of course.
you're a car
Yeah.
junkie, right?
yeah, that's actually I didn't even get to the origin of, like, cars.
Yeah.
My dad always loved cars.
Mhm.
My dad came to this country from Iraq in 1969. So
Wow.
he right away fell in love with cars and baseball,
So cool.
classic rock.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
How long was his hair back then?
it was long. He had the mustache, that
God.
went.
Thank God that look is not
Him and all my
current
uncles,
right now.
yeah.
Cannot deal.
The hairy chest, open suit,
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
I hope it never comes back.
Tight short
honestly.
shorts, basketball, soccer shorts.
Those I don't mind, but the
Yeah,
hair
so
and-
yeah, and then my uncle George had a red Mustang, a '73 Mustang Mach 1,
George who?
George Calabat, my
Okay.
dad's brother, and this car sat in a garage for like 20 years, from the '80s to the '90s,
Shit.
and just got all rusty and old. But one day we decided to bring it out. We
Yeah.
were little kids, me and my brother and sister, and my dad brought it out, took it to a mechanic, got it fired up.
Oh.
We took it to the Dream Cruise. The thing barely made it. It was overheating. It was this car. It was falling apart.
Yeah.
But we were so happy that we were going to the Dream Cruise all our lives.
Yeah.
Now finally we're in the cruise.
Oh,
Like,
that's cool.
we have a car.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a little Mustang, but my dad would drive it. All my siblings would hop in, my little cousins, and man, this car barely made it through that Dream Cruise, and that car was a nightmare. But that's really what started my love for classic cars.
Yeah.
Was that old red Mustang
What year was
that
that?
we had. It was a '73.
73.
Yep.
What year was it when you brought it out?
I think it was 2006. That was the Dream Cruise we brought it out. So I was in 7th grade, I think. Yeah. So that really started it all, and went through some bad times with that car.
Yeah.
Always on the side of the highway or get in the tow truck.
I
That
mean,
car.
it's 30-some years
Exactly.
old. 30,
Yep.
30,
Did you
shit,
restore
20
it?
years old.
No, that one we did not. I think it's sitting in, like, my uncle's driveway right now, riding out again.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, yeah. Maybe one day I'll take it and restore it, but
Yeah.
I don't know yet. But
Do you have a shop where you do these restorations? The
no.
jobs?
So the main thing with this business is you have to have car connections. You
Mhm.
have to know people that have old cars that work on them. And all our years of going to the Dream Cruise, we have a '71 Charger. a 96 Impala that we would always take. As we got older, we got newer cars, different classics, and we would go to car meets, go to Mopar
Not necessarily
clubs.
newer cars, but
Like the newer classics,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
classic that doesn't break down, that's beautiful, it's
Yeah, yeah.
restored. You know, we finally, you know, as we got older, you know, got those cars, and you meet a lot of people. So, like, if it wasn't for these people, I cannot go into this business
right.
because these cars, unfortunately, they do break down. They
Mhm.
need maintenance.
Yeah.
They need work, and I can't just take it to my local mechanic down the street.
Yeah.
They won't know how to work on it. They don't know where to
Know
get
where
parts.
find the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the parts come from England for my Rolls Royce and my
Wow.
Bentley. All the parts come from England. You have to. There's a website called Flying Spares, and you go on their website. All the parts, the prices are listed in pounds, not dollars. You
Yeah.
call them up. British guy answers, and whatever part you need, they send them to you. You know, as fast as they can.
Wow.
How
Yeah.
many pounds does something like that cost?
So
Something
the
that car costs.
so the car, I won't get into it how much I got it for, but
Yeah. What's it
I'll
worth?
I'll tell
today?
you how rare it is.
Okay.
So Rolls Royce only made 500 Phantom 5s. That's that
That's what
body
you got.
style
Okay.
from 1961, I believe, to 1969. They only made 500. 100 of them they shipped
Over
to-
the 9 years? Or?
over the 9 years, not just 1 year. So
Wow.
they only made 500 over the span of 9 years.
Shit.
And then they shipped 100 to United States, to New York, left-hand drive. Then the other 400 right-hand drive were shipped
What do you
all
drive?
around the world.
What is yours?
left-hand drive, which the value is higher because it's more rare.
Wow.
U.S.
Yeah,
because
U.S.
it's-
drive. Yep.
So it's 20. It's 100 to 400.
Yeah. Yeah. So mine, there's probably less than 20 left-hand drive left in the whole world right now.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a very rare car. Yeah.
So
Like
what happened when you bought it? What was the next step
So-
that you took?
yeah. So bought the car.
You
I won the auction. I swear I went to the day before the auction ended. I went to St. Thomas Grotto
Oh.
Sweet.
and I just I prayed a little Divine Mercy at the grotto, and I just said,
Oh, that's so
Amazing.
I said,
cool.
listen, I know I'm not perfect. You know, I know I owe you a lot, but just get me this. Like,
Wow.
Just like take care
God
of me.
answered your prayers.
Take care of me.
Yeah.
love that.
St.
Uh,
Thomas Grotto's gonna be
yeah.
back now.
And that- I
After this
swear.
episode. After this episode, no prayer. People praying.
Yeah, I know. Good. Shout out to St. Thomas.
That's
Grotto.
right. That's right.
Sure.
And the next day is the last day of the auction. It has a countdown. 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, and then I went in my room. I shut the door. I'm sitting on my computer. I don't want no one to bother me. I'm just like
You're meditating.
I'm meditating. I'm doing this auction in peace. It's going down the timer. It's turning red now. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. All the bids start coming in. Everyone bids last minute.
No.
So
boom,
dirty.
boom, boom, I'm bidding, and this guy's bidding, this guy's bidding. You don't know where in the world these people are bidding from.
Oh my
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a worldwide auction.
Yep.
I'm bidding against the whole planet.
Oh my
And
You could be bidding against the owner, right?
Yeah.
For all you know.
yeah, who knows?
Wow.
Yeah, so then just put that last bid. I said, this is it. I said, I cannot go
No
higher than
kidding.
this without my dad killing me.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
This is it. I'm taking a big risk here. I'm stopping right here. And I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, I'm not going to get it. It was worth a try. It's going to sell for, way more than this. And then timer just started going down and down and down. 2,
Everybody
1,
bailed.
0. It says checking on the top. Won by Omar K88, my username. And woo! I was like shaking.
Oh
I was
my
like
God.
shaking. I couldn't believe it, And then
How am I gonna pay for this now?
I go up to my dad. I was like, man, I said, this car sold for this much. He's like, you dummy, why don't you get it? I was like, good. I was like, good, because I got it. He can't be mad at me,
Nice tactic there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great tactic.
So that was it. That started it. The car came in on a semi truck. All my neighbors came outside. They're taking
Aw.
pictures. What's going on? Where the Calabats up to now?
Oh.
Yeah.
These car people. How much room do they have in their driveway? Like, and then so I got the car. Right away, I had a photo shoot. My good friend Danny Ashaka, he's a photographer. He did a nice photo shoot for me of the car and put up my
It was
website.
ready to go. The car was ready to drive. It
Ready
was
to
in
go.
condition
Wow.
No
like
problems. No problems at all.
Really?
So
No
you
problems.
knew you wanted to rent to like for weddings
Yeah,
and events.
yeah. That was
Okay.
my whole goal of buying this car.
That? Mhm.
Nice.
So started that, got my website running. My good friend Joey Raji did that. He did my website, and that was it. I had my website. I got my Instagram. My sister runs my Instagram.
Nice.
She's good
What
at
is
that
the
stuff.
Instagram handle?
Vintage luxury rentals.
Your sister that's a
Vintage luxury.
doctor?
Yeah,
She's busy?
yeah, she knows. Like she'll get mad if I post at a certain time. She'll
Aw.
text me, "Why'd you post?" No, like the algorithm, the
Algorithm.
algorithm.
Wow.
Like she'll tell me, you know.
What a nice sister.
Yeah, she's really smart with that stuff. She's smart with everything.
Aw.
Yeah. So
I love that.
so that's everything's up and running, and then I got my first booking. Was
Wow.
a very nice Lebanese couple. The wedding was in Dearborn,
Sweet.
and they were my first couple. The wedding went perfect. It went smooth, and then that was it. Started spreading kind of word of mouth, like, hey, you got to try this guy. You got to try this guy, and my Google reviews started coming in.
Nice.
I'm on the knot.com. It's a wedding website,
Yeah.
and they actually have a wedding award.
Mhm.
If you get like a bunch of 5-star reviews, they review you, they talk to the couples that you worked with, and then at the end of the year they give an award, and it only goes to like the top 1% of everyone on that website. So then they emailed me, they called me, they said you won the best of weddings for 2021,
Wow.
and then
That's
in my first year in, yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So that was really big time, and that really helped get a lot of bookings. I started getting a lot more calls
Mhm.
after that award came in, and then I got really booked.
Yeah.
So then people are calling, and
Wow.
I have to tell them no. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm booked. It's Saturday in July. Like, I'm booked. I don't have another car for you.
Yeah.
So then I said it's time to get another car.
Nice.
And then went on the same website,
Mm-hmm.
bringatrailer.com, and what do you know? I see this beautiful 1954 Bentley.
Nice.
And
Like that.
this is it. This is
Yeah.
my 1954 Bentley
Like your
R-Type.
babies.
Yeah. And this one is right-hand drive from
Oh,
England.
okay, okay.
So this one steering wheel's on the right side, so I had to get used to that. It was really different.
So you had your left and your right.
Yeah, yep. So the Rolls Royce left steering wheel's on the left. The Rolls Royce, I'm sitting, and, like, I pull up the people at the stoplight, and they see me sitting on the passenger side, and they're like,
Mhm.
"What?" And they start
Yeah.
taking pictures, like,
That's cool.
Aw.
yeah. So this is the newest edition. This one just came in about a month ago.
Okay.
So that's a '54 Bentley.
How many miles are on these cars?
So with these classic cars, mileage doesn't really matter. It's all about the condition of the car
Yeah, yeah.
and was it restored with original parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my cars are not restored with original parts because I use them for weddings.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't want to do that to them. If I restore it with original parts, I'm gonna park it and then sell it. You know, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. So they're good. The cars are in very great condition. There's no rust on any of them. That's the first thing I look at.
Yeah.
Is pictures of the underneath. If there's any rust underneath the car, that's a very bad sign.
Wow.
The frame is rusted. That car will need thousands of dollars in restoration. So, yeah, so the Bentley and the Rolls Royce, the main reason why I bought them is because they're clean. There's no rust. The owners, they take care of them. They're older gentlemen. They don't beat up their cars. So,
Interior's always.
the interior on this one is my favorite. It's
Yeah.
fully restored. All the wood, even the Rolls Royce, all the burl wood is restored. Everything. Yeah.
How did you know that it was going to be successful for weddings?
I didn't. I didn't. This was it was a risk.
Yeah.
It was a
Thought
risk.
it might.
I just said I might do it. I said all business, like I'm sure a lot of people you have in here,
Yeah.
they took a risk.
Yeah.
They took a risk. They
But how did you
Yeah.
know there was going to be a market? Because you're not going to just take a blind
yeah.
risk.
So I always see because there was a couple other companies that
Mhm.
do it
Okay.
in the Detroit area.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's one lady, she has these beautiful Packards, and then another company in Dearborn, they have like Rolls Royce Silver Clouds. They're a little bit smaller than my Phantom.
Yeah.
So they've been in the business for years, and so like I always knew that I knew there was a market for it. I don't know how booked these guys were,
Yeah.
but I know myself.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I know
You're going to go out and get the business.
exactly. Like I know who I am. I know when I do these weddings, I have fun.
That's
I don't
cool.
just sit in the car like a chauffeur, open the door, get back in the car. Like
Mhm.
no, like I hold her dress. I help the photographer. I hold the bouquet.
Oh wow.
Give them cold water. I give them these cooling fans. Like I hold it to the bride's face.
That's
like
why you won. The
I hold the
knots.
umbrella.
Right?
Yeah.
100%.
Like I have so much fun
That's cool.
doing this. Like it's
Do you go on the honeymoon with them?
man, if they invite me, I would.
That's a lot of weddings that you go
Yeah.
to.
So that's
Yeah.
that's another cool part.
Yeah.
They invite you to the wedding.
Yeah.
Like
That's cool.
I'm
It's a
getting
party.
you know, they're paying me, I'm riding them around, and then they invite me to their wedding. I get to eat a nice steak after. Like,
yeah,
What
beautiful.
a
you
fun
know,
day. Okay.
it's just so much fun.
You figured
so
it
much
out.
fun.
What
yeah.
are some of the coolest weddings you've seen that you're part of?
I mean, my cousin Lauren, that tops everything. That
Lauren
wedding,
Calvat.
Lauren Calvat.
I
That,
walked in that wedding.
yes, you did.
And shout out to Nora.
That's right,
your
my
sister.
sister.
She's awesome. Yeah, tell us more about that day.
So my main clientele are like in the Dearborn area.
Mhm.
The Arab clientele is my main number one.
You speak
Okay.
Arabic?
Shwaya, I do a little
okay,
bit.
So you
Yeah.
can manage.
Yeah. So they're my main clientele, and they always like Lebanese. They have the most beautiful weddings.
More than
Always.
Chaldean? Uh-oh.
Because their weddings
They're
are not as
different.
big as ours.
Okay.
So they go to these nice halls in
Mm.
downtown Detroit,
Yeah.
like these
Venues,
old-fashioned
they have
places.
a bigger
Yeah.
variety of venues that they can choose from.
Yeah. Like the last Lebanese wedding I did was at the Colony Club a few weeks ago.
Okay.
That place was beautiful. It's by the Fox Theater in downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And like the bride and groom entered from like the top balcony,
Mhm.
and he's like waving at everybody from down below like he's a president, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
some Middle Eastern country, you know, and like
Yeah.
sparklers going crazy. It was just like these venues are beautiful.
So we have to get married in church. Do they have to get married in like a mosque or
No,
something?
they
See, that's the
it's like
that's why it's so
it's something
different.
like happens in their backyard. Like
Yeah.
the imam
Really?
comes, I think they call that, and they sign a paper. He
Oh.
does like a little
Oh, that's
prayer or
cool.
something, and it's
God
done.
bless them.
They
And
don't
it's
do
done.
mosque?
No,
weddings?
no. So
Oh.
how it usually works, the process of I pull up to the house, pull
Yeah.
up to the bride's house or the groom's
Just in
house.
case we want to convert.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, Christians forever.
Well, God bless
That's
our
funny.
Muslim brothers and
Of
sisters.
course, man.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them. But pull up to the house. Usually they do a zephyr.
Mhm.
They come out.
Okay.
They start banging the drums, the zurna tabul, you know, just like how we do
Fun.
it.
Yeah.
They do a little dancing in the driveway. The car's parked there, and people are taking pictures with it. You know, the little kids, sit inside, like, you know what I mean. And then, they get in the car. Usually, I take them to a photo location, Henry Ford Estate, downtown Detroit, somewhere nice. They can take pictures with the car. and
Dearborn's got that location where there's a lot
They
to
can go anywhere.
choose from.
They
man.
can go anywhere.
They're lucky.
Yeah, a lot of them
Yeah.
go to Grosse Pointe.
Yeah,
So
everything's almost right there.
yeah, so wherever they go, I take them there. They have because I give them a minimum time, 4 hours. You got to
Mhm.
have the car for at least 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, they have a lot of time to take their pictures and do whatever they got to do. And then usually after the picture location, we go to the hall.
Okay.
And that's it.
And pricing
Yeah.
is just based hourly.
Yeah, hourly with
Plus
a
tip
with a
and all
minimum.
that stuff.
Yeah, if I have a driver, like when I'm driving, like I don't mandate tip. I'm the owner. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they give me, I'm not going to tell them no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never, like they're,
It's a
yeah, they're
business.
nice
Yeah, it's
people.
part
I
of
want to
business.
sell them. They're giving me something. I'll
Mhm.
take it. But I don't.
Yeah.
But if I have a driver, like my drivers go out,
It's X plus-
mandatory.
Yeah, yeah.
Mandatory. You have to take care of my driver.
What is the? Do you want to discuss pricing?
Oh yeah,
Is
of
it-
course. Yeah, of
okay.
course. So how I do it is it's $1,000 minimum.
Mhm.
That gives them 4 hours of rental time.
Okay.
Each additional hour they need is an extra 200 on top of that.
Yeah.
So if they were to do
Those
4
discount.
hours,
Yeah.
if they were to do 4 hours, it's 200 deposit to lock in their date. So if you once you give me that deposit, that whole day's yours. I
Yeah.
can't. Each car does one wedding per day.
Mhm.
So and then that's like 800 due before their wedding day.
Mhm.
Whenever they're ready to pay that, I send
Yeah.
them a document, has the rental agreement. Don't throw up in the car, don't
Yeah.
damage the car. And then they fill out their itinerary, pick up, drop off the times and everything, and then they email that back to me with their payment, and we're all set to go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a very easy process.
Nice. Do you feel like the Lebanese community is like more interested in these rentals than ours?
So the reason why is because Muslims don't drink
Oh,
at their
Mhm.
weddings. They don't do that. So they don't do party buses. They don't do that kind
Oh.
of stuff. So
Right.
even the Chaldean weddings I do, they have a party bus and the car.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the car is it's not mainly for transportation.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the pictures. It's for the whole vintage look of your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
people could walk up to your house and see the car parked there. It's
Mhm.
parked in front of the church. The photographers love working with it.
Yeah.
They love working
Oh,
with
that's
it.
sweet.
Oh yeah, like the photographers, their faces light up
Aw.
and they tell the bride and groom like, "Thank you, thank you
Aw.
for bringing a car."
You
Like,
do kind of need a prop.
yeah,
It is, yeah,
they
yeah.
they love it, and I love working with the
Saves
photographers.
them time to find a backdrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
when
a
you have
cute
beautiful
look.
car.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one.
So this one is like in my heart. This
Mhm.
one
Oh.
took me 5 years to restore.
Wow.
Bought it from an old
Holy
lady down the
shit.
street,
Mhm.
and she's telling me like, "Yeah, get in the car, start it, drive it. You young man, come on, go take the car." I was like, "Lady, car doesn't move, it doesn't start. I have to drag it out of here." She wouldn't agree on a price with me, and I waited a whole year.
Wow.
Whole year, I went back to her like with an envelope. I said, "Here
What
it
is
is."
it? What is it?
Patience.
Yeah, and then she took it. She didn't
What is
argue.
the car?
This is a 1957 Plymouth Belvedere. So, you ever seen the movie Christine with the car that's
Of
possessed.
course, yeah.
It's that car.
But, it was
But
red,
Christine
though,
is a
right?
2-door red.
Yeah.
Yep. But in the book that Stephen King wrote,
It was white.
it was a 4-door white 57
Wow.
No
Belvedere,
shit.
just like that. Yeah.
You should call that book company and be like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I got
Yup.
your car.
So I grew up watching that movie, and I always loved that car. And it's sitting down the street from my house at Walnut Lake Road. I couldn't believe it. So I bought it from her. It was one of those things that.
you keep this in the garage at your.
Yeah. So in the summertime, I keep them at the house.
Yeah.
Wintertime, they're at a warehouse in storage. All the cars.
Because you don't do it.
Yeah.
In the winter?
So I do
Yeah.
not do any weddings from November till like mid-March. I don't book any
Because
weddings.
you don't
Why?
want to put the rust on
The
the
rust
really?
and yeah, I don't want to get greedy and ruin these cars.
Yeah.
I get so many
Travel
calls,
them
but
to like another place and then. Or
so
there's,
that's
like, a lot.
that's the dream.
Yeah.
That's the dream, is to one day, if this got big enough,
Pick
if I
up and go.
meet some car connections in, South Beach or somewhere,
Mhm.
wintertime,
San
move 'em.
Diego.
Yeah, San Diego. Yep, exactly.
Chaldeans there.
But,
So.
but there's the salt and the salt factor there down there too.
True.
The rust.
Yeah,
quicker.
yeah. So
Gotta be careful what you
yeah.
wish for.
the thing with like in Miami, they have Rolls Royce specialists down there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they have people that strictly work on these old cars. But up here we don't have that.
Oh, okay.
Put
So
some,
I have to really-
tough skin on them.
Yeah, I have to really dig deep to find people that work on these cars. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. I especially like this one.
This
It's
one
beautiful.
took 5 years to restore.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Every single part on this car has been replaced. There's nothing.
Yeah.
The engine, me and my friend rebuilt it like ourselves. It took us like a whole year to do
Oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah. It's
How do you know? Did you ever look on YouTube? How do you know how to
So-
do these things?
one of my main friends, his name is Joel. He lives in Holly. He's an older American guy.
I was
Um,
gonna say Joel's gotta be.
yeah.
Gotta be a white boy.
So I met him on Woodward, and he just
No way.
we were sitting there in our '71 Charger, and he just pulled up. He's like, "Yeah, I like your car. I'm into these cars, and started talking. This
So
was
it
like
goes
5
back
years
to-
ago.
It goes back to you wouldn't know
Yup,
about what to do.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Gotcha. Wow.
And we became best friends.
That's
and
cool.
like I hang out with this guy like all the time. He taught me a lot about cars.
What does he drink? This Joel guy.
Joel, he's a beer guy.
Beer
I
guy.
thought
beer
you
guy.
said you quit drinking.
He's a beer guy.
I'm just asking.
Joel's a beer guy.
I
He's
wanna
gonna
live
be watching
vicariously
this.
through Joel.
Joel's gonna be watching this. I'm sending this straight
Hey.
to him
Want to
when he's
grab a
done.
drink with Joel?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like my friends,
New podcast, A Drink with Joel.
yeah, and he really encouraged me to get into this business too.
Yeah.
I talked to him
Smart.
about it. I said, if I was to do this, like, would you have my back? Something happened to my cars, like,
Wow.
can I bring him to you? He's like, absolutely. And my auntie Suhair too. I called her like,
Aw.
you're a wedding planner. Is this a good idea? Like, should
Yeah.
I get into this? She's like, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh
There's
my
a market
God.
for this. My
Kick
couples
ass.
want it. Get into it.
That's amazing.
What's the name of her wedding planning company?
Suhair Calabat is Eventfully Yours.
I think so.
Eventfully
I believe
yours.
so.
Eventful Yours.
Eventfully Yours.
It's Suhair.
Yeah.
Suhair. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. She's
Yeah, she's a
amazing.
great wedding planner. Yeah.
So you guys are both in the wedding business, which
Yeah.
is nice.
So like so wedding planners, reach out to me all the
Event
time.
business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Suhair reaches out to me, like a bunch of wedding
I'm
planners.
sure you're friends with like Wilson and Majid and all
Wilson
of them
is
now.
when that car pulls up. Wilson, he
Aw,
loves it.
that's so
he,
sweet.
the photographers always recommend me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Majid was telling me, he's like, man, I see you everywhere now. I was
Yeah.
like, get used to it. I was like, you can see me every wedding.
I feel like you're their new like
Can you-
replacement.
Yeah.
Can you sing?
I cannot sing
Oh,
for
I
my
was gonna
life.
say, so Majid, you're okay.
Yeah, I cannot sing.
You take photo. I think your photos. You might be getting into
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say, like, if I offer photography and cars in the same package, just
Yeah.
take. But then again, I can't do that to the local photographers.
You
No.
can't just take that. Not while you're driving.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do in those months that you don't?
So my other work is my family. We have a transportation company.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah, driving is my life.
Yeah.
I've always been on the road with my dad. So we deliver medicine to assisted living homes.
Oh,
So I drive the last 3 days. You guys won't believe it, but the last 3 days I've driven 1,500 miles total.
Wow.
Sunday
I've
I went
flown-
to Traverse
I've
City.
flown
and-
that far before.
Yeah,
But
driving is my life.
500 miles a day.
500 a day.
That's
It's
nice.
all overnight. Like I had to
Wow.
stop in Traverse City on Sunday. I had to
Wow.
go. I started in I go to Lansing, Grand Rapids, Traverse City,
wow.
Cadillac.
That's
I do
crazy.
that about 4 or 5 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's tough to find drivers. For a route like that. It's long. So
For sure.
for now, it's me, my brother, and my dad. We've really been hauling ass lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So
Yeah.
what else can we share with the audience that they don't already know before we
Um,
wrap up?
nothing. Just like it's advice. If you guys got an idea, just
Yeah.
do it. Pull the trigger on it. Try it. Take the risk. If it
Yeah.
fails, it fails. Like
Yeah.
if you learn something, try something else.
It's
like,
easy for you to say,
Yeah.
say all this success.
Yeah,
shit.
no, I know. It's like,
No, I'm
you know,
kidding.
I know like we're Chaldean.
I'm kidding.
Our parents put pressure like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta go to college, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But like, you know,
Yeah, my dad put me in the store business,
Yeah.
and when I told him I'm not doing this anymore,
Yeah.
he said, "What are you gonna
what are
do?"
you gonna do? You
Yeah.
know?
I said, "I'm gonna do whatever the heck I
yeah,
want to do."
exactly,
I love that.
exactly.
What would you say was a challenge that you endured? You
So,
seem super positive
yeah.
and super patient.
Yeah. So patience is key in this business because these
Any
cars,
business, really.
anything can
Especially
happen.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything can happen with these cars. Like
Have you ever broke down on a gig?
one wedding, it happened.
Oh.
One wedding.
Wow.
But I got lucky. It was a simple fix. It was like a loose plug wire. So
Oh, thank God.
Wow.
I got under the car in my suit. They gave me like
you
a
saw
towel
a
to lay
spark
on.
plug
Yeah, and I
dangling.
took the spark plug. I plugged it back in. I put some like electrical tape around
Don't
it.
come back
Oh
off.
And it just stayed on for that wedding, thank God. But nothing major has happened.
That's good.
But minor stuff does happen, and you have to know. I call somebody. Hey, I got a problem. Can you come to the house look at it? I can't today.
Mhm.
You got to be ready to call the next guy. So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to have these old car connections to be in this business and really survive.
Yeah.
And you do have to be patient. So that's the biggest hurdle I have is maintenance.
Yeah.
Because these old cars are old. It's not like your car.
Yeah.
You start it up, remote start, AC comes on.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry. Like no, these cars aren't like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What do you see as like the next chapter for you, or what's your vision with this company?
You know, my vision is, of course, like so. I just got the Bentley.
Mhm.
So if the Bentley starts booking at the same rate as that White Rolls did, you know, if I could pay the car off in a year, then get another one.
Yeah.
Get another one. Get
Yeah.
another one, and then, like you said, in the wintertime, maybe go to a warm weather state, find some people out there,
California.
set it up. I don't know. We think Miami or
Florida.
Cali. I don't
Miami.
know. Miami
Love
seems a lot
California.
nicer.
I
Miami.
live there,
Yeah.
so I'm biased.
Cali, just go visit once in a while. But
Yeah.
if you want to make a home somewhere else, go to Florida.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of
Because they
car
might take
rental
your car.
companies
If you
there.
go to California, they might take your cars from you.
No.
Yeah, I don't need that.
It's possible.
I don't need that. No, but that's it. But and I also have I have great friends around me.
Mm.
Like those friends know who they are. They're gonna be watching this.
Aw.
Yeah.
Like I had, my one friend. I definitely shout out, like my boy Brandon Carana. Like he tells me like, do it. Like get up, hustle, man. Like what are
Yeah.
you doing? Wake up, get another car.
What's he
He's the
do?
one that told me like,
What's
why don't you get
Brandon
another car? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like he's
What-
always pushing me to do
What
stuff.
does he do?
So he's in the mortgage business.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, he's starting up his own thing, and
What's it called?
I don't. It's
Remember.
something brand new he's getting into.
Okay.
Brand new venture he's looking into. He's always managing, with his father's businesses. Brandon's just that guy that's always out there hustling,
Good.
very involved in the church.
Yeah.
When I met Brandon is really like when my life that kind of changed,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Amazing.
matured a lot more. Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon. The guy's 3 years younger than me,
Oh,
Yeah.
but he's like my older brother. You know.
I love that.
Yeah. So he's just a great guy, and he really taught me a lot.
It's cool.
Without even like directly teaching me, like you just watch a guy like that, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
even like the friends he introduced me to, like through him, like his boys that I met through him, and we all just hang out together now. And one really good friend group. We always talk positive, talk about business, talk about growing ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we don't just lollygag around and smoke and drink and do dumb things.
Right,
Like our youth is doing now. Like
Yeah.
we don't do that stuff. Yeah.
Esty seems to think she's gotten funnier since we've been doing the show
Yeah.
together for so long.
I was gonna say the smoking and drinking sounds like Anthony.
Hey, I saw that bar over there. Are we gonna have something?
Yeah.
I saw that bar in the other room.
Whatever you like. Esty will have a cocktail with you.
Maybe. So we like to ask one question.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
It's everything. I thank God every day.
Yeah.
I thank God every day. I was born Chaldean. Our culture is just, forget not talking about food. We just have so much flavor. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but
Of
like
course.
we have flavor, man. Like our dancing, when the way our families get together every weekend, like we're just such family people. It's like that's why I relate when I watch like the Italian mafia movies and stuff. Like this is Chaldeans.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what we do. Like no, we don't kill people and stuff,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
we get together, we clown. Like it's everything is family and friends oriented, and I just love our culture. I love it. Thank God.
Beautiful.
And of course our religion. We're Roman Catholic. Like, I mean not Roman, but Eastern Rite Catholic.
Yeah.
How can we're the best. Everything.
I love it.
Everything.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
We love
Well,
that.
thanks for joining us. Best of luck with the
Thank you so
cars
much.
and with
Thank
the
you.
business and
Thank
the
you.
expansion
Thank you.
and all that
Vintage
stuff.
Luxury Rentals.
Vintage Luxury
Contact
Rentals.
him.
Yep.
Get an amazing experience. 5-star experience.
And when you get married,
You want to drive?
No, Estes driving.
You can drive.
I can barely drive a regular car,
Okay.
Anthony.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
like, follow, subscribe, and definitely consider Vintage Luxury Rentals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.